Alright, hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Got a lot of stuff to go over today, so let's get started. The first thing that I want to show you is a very interesting catch emailed to me by a viewer, something captured on Mars that is very mysterious. This guy had a really good eye, and this was emailed to me by Mr. Kevin Baker. Here is the original Mars image, and I will post the link to it down in the video description. So, do you guys see a UFO in the sky? Well, neither did I. And so when the viewer told me that there was a large triangular craft in said sky, I had a bit of a hard time believing it. That is until I reviewed the image up close, and after he pointed it out, it became obvious. So here's the original image, and here is the contrast enhanced version. Now tell me if you see anything yet over in the right side of the sky. Well, if you don't see it yet, let's go ahead and zoom in. So we are zoomed in now, and I will circle the area of interest right here. So now I bet you guys are seeing it, and we'll go ahead and zoom in a little further. And you know what? Let's just hit this with some more enhancement just one more time. Alright, there we go. Now you should really see it. So let's go ahead and zoom in. And whoop, there it is. A large triangular object looking to either be sitting or flying over the Martian skies. And due to NASA's wonderful image doctoring techniques, where they completely bleed these images dry of all color and contrast to the point where you can't make anything out if there is something in the sky, because usually, and if you're lucky, you'll find stuff like this here. So let's go ahead and zoom back out. Here is the original image on the NASA Mars rover website. Got the Martian terrain below. We also have what looks like a massive crater in the background there on the surface. And then directly above it, although very, very faint, you can make out this triangular object, this black triangular object. And so we'll enhance it once again. The object begins to appear for us, and yeah, amazing discovery. And in fact, this is probably one of the best Mars discovery we've seen as of late of these flying objects over the Martian surface. Now, we've published images, many images in the past, of objects flying in the sky over Mars, but a lot of them are from far away, and you just make out a black dot in the sky, usually, if you're lucky. But here, we have a definite shape to the object. It's much closer to the rover's camera, and again, NASA has tried to wash out the contrast in the image, which in turn made this thing virtually invisible. But thanks to eagle-eyed viewers like you guys, we have this amazing catch here. I mean, look at this thing. Is this one of ours? Is this one of the TR-3Bs that we have here on Earth, one of our engineered craft? Are we on Mars? A lot of people say we are. We've been there for years. On the other hand, do these anomalous structures and lights and flying objects that we've shown in countless Mars images, do they belong to another group of inhabitants on the red planet? I'll let you guys be the judge. You can do your research. But we've discovered a lot of things on Mars that would indicate a presence on the red planet, and it's not as dead as NASA would like us to believe. Now, as I said, a lot of things to talk about in this video. We've got some footage to show you, some images, some stories, some new discoveries, a lot of things to talk about, and I'm going to try to get through it the best I can. A lot of stories happening. The first of which, I've been seeing a lot of news stories about this, hitting the web, people emailing me about this. Apparently, and I did not know this, but apparently, the Earth is going to be invaded next year in 2017 by extraterrestrials, along with the start of World War III. All of this according to a psychic YouTuber who recently put out a video which has captured the attention of various media outlets, who has stated that aliens are set to launch a major UFO attack on Earth within a year, and that this was predicted by Nostradamus and the Book of Revelation. The YouTuber, a psychic known as T. Chase, who runs a YouTube channel called Revelation 13, has said that Vladimir Putin, the leader of Russia, will start World War III and is apparently hell-bent on starting World War III. And that once this starts, in 2017, the aliens will come and will also be led by the second coming of Christ. And apparently, Jesus and his alien army are going to defeat Putin, but will then go on to take over the planet due to the fact that, quote, because humans are too warlike to ever live peacefully. So, yeah, there you have it. Yeah, I'll let you guys look up the video on your own. I don't really think I need to comment anything else on this. I'll let your own intelligence guide you, and let's just put it this way, I'll believe it when I see it. Words to live by. Alright, so next, we have some new reports and fears that Edward Snowden, the former government insider who leaked thousands of NSA documents, who is now living in Russia, is possibly dead after another cryptic tweet full of just a jumbled mix of letters and numbers was posted to his Twitter account. Now, if you remember on our last video, we talked about how the Twittersphere and, well, virtually all of online and national news media were up in arms after Snowden posted a really cryptic tweet, at the end of which he said, quote, "It's time." And so a lot of people are believing that he is alluding to a major leak or a major announcement. Something big is coming from Mr. Snowden. Now, that tweet, strangely, was deleted soon after, as was this one, this new one here that you're seeing on the screen. So shortly after, when he posted this jumbled up post of letters and numbers, people started worrying whether he had been killed or kidnapped. And then adding to the strangeness, this tweet was also deleted. So again, a lot of weird things going on, strange things surrounding Mr. Snowden. Hopefully the government has not gotten to him. On the other hand, this may not be a jumbled up mix of random characters. This could be some sort of a secret code that is used to transfer information. So I wouldn't jump on the bandwagon saying he's dead just yet. I've seen these types of codes before, hex codes, etc., that are used to decipher messages. Sort of like a password. So definitely looking out for whatever this major announcement that the time has come for, according to Mr. Snowden. Now, on to some space news. Did you guys hear about the massive comet that smacked into the sun a couple days ago? Here is the footage of that comet that has been making waves throughout the online community of a comet doing sort of a death dive into the sun at a mind-blowing speed. And this happened this past week on the 4th. And the comet took a huge dive toward the sun, captured in this SOHO imagery here. And this comet was moving at nearly 373 miles per second, which translates to 1.34 million miles per hour. Just jaw-dropping, mind-boggling speed. According to a Space.com article, the astronomer Carl Battams tweeted that this is one of the brightest sun gazers we've seen over the past 21 years. And he also said that this comet was, quote, the fastest object in the solar system before being destroyed by the sun. So, cannot believe the speed. I mean, it's so fast, it's almost too fast to think about. Now, speaking of the sun and things diving into it, our good buddies at NASA are preparing to send a spacecraft which will then plunge deep into our sun. So, last week, NASA announced that the Solar Probe Plus mission is gearing up and is on track for a 2018 launch. And what they're going to do here is they're going to launch a spaceship that will complete 24 orbits of the sun, and then after completing 7 flybys of Venus to get closer and closer, the spacecraft will dive into the corona, or the outer atmosphere of the sun. Man, talk about a way to destroy about $4 billion worth of taxpayer funds. You know what, honestly, I don't know why NASA is choosing to do this. There are so many better ways to spend taxpayer money. Missions that would give us real insight into the questions that we really want to know about, and that is whether we are alone in this universe. They could take this money and instead of sending it to a fiery death by blasting it into the sun, why not send a spacecraft out to Titan, the moon of Saturn, another lander, to get some more imagery, possibly video, a rover that could traverse this alien planet orbiting Saturn with its thick atmosphere, very similar to the Earth. Or hell, for that matter, why not send a lander to Europa, the moon of Jupiter, that is said to be one of the best candidates in our solar system for harboring alien life, and is said to have a massive liquid water ocean underneath of its icy outer core. But instead, we're just going to shoot a spacecraft into the sun. So, I have differing opinions about how our taxpayer money is wasted, but I at least would rather have it put to good use if they are going to waste it. So, again, by the way, if you want to see an awesome movie about the moon Europa, watch the film The Europa Report. I think it's on Netflix, but if it's not, I'm sure you can find ways and means to get it. A very awesome movie if you're into aliens and the visiting of other moons in our solar system. It's a very cool film. Now, on to some strange happenings and UFO sightings happening around the world. We have some new images coming in of a portal-like beam of light that opened up over England. This was sent to me by Mr. Crawford from the UK in the town of Ipswich, which is a county town of Suffolk, England, and is located about 60 miles northeast of London. We've posted a lot of pictures of these strange beams of light in past videos happening all over the world. And here is a contrast enhanced version just to bring out this strange beam of light. And again, looks identical to the past images that we've posted of these things. I don't know. Very strange though. Now, some other strange images. Remember, we've been doing these videos about these strange circular and ring-shaped clouds, like we showed you that was captured in Australia recently. But we've been also getting a lot of images of these hole punch clouds, where people have described these holes that would appear in the clouds almost as if there was a large circular object passing up through them or passing down through them. And people have witnessed these things happening, where you will see a solid cloud and then have a complete, almost laser-cut circle pushed out of it, as if something big but invisible was moving through it. And we have some new images of these things. The first one you're seeing here, captured in West Texas, about an hour from El Paso. And again, we have yet another image recently emailed by a viewer in Hollywood, Florida, where he actually caught a UFO heading out of one of these clouds. And you can actually still see the cloud vapor coming off of this thing. And the source said there was this cloud that looked like a massive square had punched through it. And afterwards, he looked at the picture closely and saw this reflective object flying away from the cloud, leaving vapor trails. What is going on in our skies? That's what I want to know. And there's a lot of possibilities. Could be HAARP, weather experiments, cloaked craft, which I know for a fact exist, but there's a lot of possibilities, and we're just going to have to keep taking in the evidence, and hopefully we'll get a clearer picture pretty soon. Now, here's some new UFO footage captured over California, so check this out.
What is it doing?
It was red and then it took off. Look how fast that thing is going.
Yes, I can't zoom in anymore.
Just steady the camera. Just let it go.
Sucks.
What the fuck?
So this was captured over Hayward, California. What do you guys think? Could be a drone? The witnesses weren't so sure. They said it was very large, didn't make any sounds, and it was going at an incredible rate of speed through the sky. And you know, what I've noticed is a lot of footage that we will get and occurs when people aren't even trying to record a UFO. They're usually recording something else, and later on when they go back, they will catch these objects in the video. A good example is this here, captured once again over England, where the viewer once again was not trying to capture a UFO, but later on when checking the footage caught this disc-shaped object moving steadily through the sky. He actually sent me this video with the close-up enhancement, and so big thanks to him. What do you guys think? Another instance of a UFO being inadvertently captured on video was sent to me here, of a strange cigar-like object captured only for a few moments while the source was taking some video of the sun. And it happens very quickly. So we'll go ahead and slow this down, and you'll see as he's zooming into the sun, for a few moments we get a shot of a vertical tube or cylinder-shaped object, once again moving steady out of the frame, and the source, again, didn't even realize it was there until he went back and viewed the footage. So you'd be amazed at all of the objects that are moving through the sky that you don't witness when you go out and you look up. I mean, it's a literal highway of unknown craft and objects. It's the same thing with space. We've shown you all the ISS and STS mission videos showing all of the objects that are moving out in space and doing things that would suggest that they are under intelligent control. Now, here's a video sent to me by a Mrs. Chandler who was walking last night at about 9 p.m. in her neighborhood in southern Minnesota when she began seeing what she said were dozens of these glowing objects sitting in the sky above a large cornfield. Now, again, unfortunately, she was only able to get a few seconds of these things. She was very far away, and when she moved in to get a better shot, the objects had moved out of sight. We do have some good video here at the very beginning and at the very end showing all of these lights, and it's actually quite a stunning view of these things. And you can definitely hear the excitement from the viewer who said that she had never seen anything like this in her entire life. She said that they flew up and then entered a thin bank of clouds before disappearing. Now, the last thing I want you guys to hear is a new piece of audio that was emailed to me by a viewer. If you remember, over the past few videos, we've been talking about these strange booms that have been happening all over California and basically the world. But apparently they've really been happening a lot in Southern California lately. And this has been corroborated by probably about 80 emails I've received in the past week from different people all throughout California who have said yes, that these things are being heard. Nobody knows where they're coming from. The police have investigated. They have no idea. Scientists have investigated over at Caltech. They have no idea what's going on. And when some of these sounds happened the other night, a viewer took a recording of it and emailed it to me, and here it is. So, very strange. And when you hear it, it kind of sounds like bombs going off, is what the source stated. So, yeah, it's very bizarre. And the source said, again, that these sounds were coming from straight above. Straight above, in the sky. There was nothing there. No fireworks, no guns being shot, coming from directly above. So it makes this even more eerie. And, just want to say big thanks to Mr. Garcia from Northern California who sent this over. So, a lot of info to take in on today's video. Let me know what you guys think. Strange objects captured above Mars. The world's supposed to be ending next year in 2017. Comets and now spacecraft heading into the sun. Strange beams of light coming down from the clouds. UFOs being seen more and more, and we'll keep posting on it as the days go by, so keep sending in your footage. Thanks to all of you for stopping by and watching. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you back real soon with another video. So we'll see you next time, and stay safe.